Good morning everyone, this is Harshni, Triple Department. I am from IR Engineering College, Hyderabad. Okay, today we are to explain the experiment of reciprocity and superposition theorem. So reciprocity theorem is nothing but the statement of reciprocity theorem is saying that in any linear bilateral network, the ratio of the response to the excitation will be constant even if the positions are interchanged. Okay, so the same thing now we are going to do it in a practical way, and this is a circuit diagram which we are considering for the experiment of reciprocity theorem. Okay, so this is our circuit diagram, so which is consisting of some 5 different types of elements: 100 ohms, 220, 150, 47 and 10 ohms. Okay, so now all these resistors are now being connected here in this breadboard. Okay, so now what we have to do, the experiment is nothing but, so firstly we have to take an voltage source here and we have to calculate the current here. Okay, so nothing but this is our excitation and this is our response, nothing but our answer. So now the ratio of this excitation to this response, now we have to take the answer and keep it aside, and now what we have to do, we have to interchange the position. So here we have to take the ammeter and the position of excitation should be interchanged here, and now we have to take the ratio of it and both the ratios will be same. Okay, this is our explanation of the statement of the superposition theorems. Okay, so now whatever we have said here, so now we are going to see it in the practical way. Okay, so this is our breadboard. Okay, so now whatever the resistors you have seen here, so those are the resistors which we have connected here. Okay, so now for this particular breadboard I have to give the supply. Okay, so for that I am taking the supply from this RPS. Okay, and positive now we are connecting to this resistor. Okay, and the negative to the, as usual, ground. Okay, so this is nothing but our excitation. So now we have to take the response. That response is nothing but the current. So this is current also we are connecting across this last resistance, and this is the negative is connected to the ground. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just switch on the supply. Okay, and now firstly what we have to do, we have to set to the required voltage value. So now our input I'm taking here is 10 volts. Okay, so now we have to adjust the knob till we get the 10 volts. Okay, so if you are here, we can see if the voltage, excitation, nothing but we are given the supply of 10 volts, and now complete. What is my response here? My response is nothing but 25.5 milliamperes. Okay, so this is the response which I am getting for this particular circuit. Okay, 25.5. So now what we are going to do? So now we have to take the ratio. Okay, ratio of this response to the excitation, that is nothing but 10 divided by the 25.3 milliamperes. So that one we have to keep an answer at side. And next what we have to do, we have to interchange the positions of the excitation and response. Okay, just what we have to do, we have to just take the connections of the voltages, voltmeter, and just connect here. Okay. So ammeter I am connecting in place of the response and negative to the ground. Okay, so just what we have done nothing, just we have not touched even the resistors, just we have interchanged the connections of the excitation and response. So again you switch on the supply and just again you adjust the voltage to 10 volts, same voltage. Okay, no need to change any voltage levels. Okay, so now we have to set the voltage of 10 volts. So what we have set the value in the first case, same voltage here, and see here. So if we are interchanging the positions of excitation to the response, so same value. So if you are giving the 10 volts as input, again in the previous case we have got some 25.5, and here we are getting some 26. Okay, nothing but same. So again what we have to do, again we have to take the ratio of this response and excitation, and again we have to check whether these two are same or not. These two answers will be tallying. So this is called as your, this is known as your complete procedure, is nothing but your reciprocity theorem. Okay. Okay. and again in this experiment you are having another one, that is nothing but superposition theorem. So this is nothing but the connection of the superposition theorem. Okay, so this is nothing but the simple superposition theorem circuit which I have selected. Now this superposition theorem is stating that in any linear binatal network, the response of any element will be equal to the individual responses, while other responses are made into inoperative or inactive. Okay, so nothing but for this case we are considering this particular circuit. Okay, the combination of three resistors, 82 ohms and 47 and 100 ohms. Okay, so these three resistors we are using, and here we are saying superposition theorem is nothing but, so we are connecting here two voltage source. Okay, and what is our ultimate aim? My ultimate aim is to calculate the current across 47 ohms by using superposition theorem. So superposition theorem, so whenever we are going to superposition theorem, so firstly what we have to do, we have to check how many energy sources are given in your circuit diagram. Okay, so here my energy sources are of 2. Okay, so here what we have to do, firstly we have to take the first case, nothing but making two energy sources, in active position. Okay, we have to make the two energy sources in active position and just connecting only an ammeter here. Okay, and this is your first case. And what is our second case is nothing but making only the V1 source active and V2 source as inactive. What do you mean by inactive? So voltage source is made inactive only by making the short circuit, and current source is made inactive by making it open circuit. Okay, since here we are having a voltage source, so therefore I am making it inactive by making a short circuit. Okay, this becomes your second case. And what is our third case now? V2 is in active position and V1 is in inactive. Okay, so if the number of energy sources in the circuit will be equal to the n plus 1 cases. Okay, so first case nothing but making all energy sources active, and second case nothing but making first case active and remaining all inactive, and second case nothing but making the second source active and making all other energy sources inactive. Okay, so this is our circuit, but in whatever the circuit we are doing, so we have to remember our main intention is nothing but calculating the current across this 47. Okay, we are not in touch, we are not changing any resistor values and no change in the ammeter, just we are changing the voltages. Okay, so now this is a circuit. So this is a circuit which we have connected in the breadboard. Okay, so these are the resistors 82, 47 and 100 ohms. So now what I am going to do here, I am connecting I am giving the supply. First V1. Okay, V1 is connected between 82 ohms. Okay, and negative is given to the ground, and this is nothing but positive second source. Okay, and again negative is given to the ground. Okay, and here what we have to do, our main intention is to calculate the current across 47 ohms. So what I am going to do, I am just changing the position of this 47 and just bringing my ammeter here. Okay, I'm just bringing my ammeter here. Okay, my ammeter positive and ammeter negative. Since I want the current across this resistor, so I'm connecting the ammeter in series. Okay, in series, so therefore we can connect like this also. So positive here and negative across this resistor. Okay, so now just switch on the circuit. Okay, switch on the circuit, and firstly what we have to do, this is our circuit diagram. So first look, for first case, first V1 is nothing but 15 and V2 is 10 ohms. So just switch on here, and first you set the source to 15 volts. Okay, and V2 to 10 volts. Okay, 10 volts. Okay. Okay, 15 V1 we are giving 15 volts and V2 10 ohms. Okay, now this is a case where two voltage and nothing but total number of energy sources made into active position. Okay, so here we are calculating the current. So if we come to the practical point of view, just this is nothing but just looks like a loop. So you can use your mesh analysis, which we have discussed earlier. So you can use the mesh analysis loop 1 and loop 2 equations, and where you are getting the value of current I1 and I2, and now see the directions of current, and both the directions of current are coming towards, so therefore you can sum the I1 current and I2 current. Okay, so here I have got some 140 milliamperes for theoretical point of view. So in the practical I have got here 143.8. okay, the same kind. So this is the case. So this is the case we have done for 2 voltage source in active position. This is nothing but our second case. In the second case, what we are doing now, making first source inactive and all other energy sources in active position. So here what I have done, I have just removed the connection of my first source, that is nothing but V1. I'm making my V1 as inactive. So how the voltage source is made inactive? By making it a short circuit. Just I'm drawing a line here. So the drawing line is indicated with a connecting wire here, and the remaining connections are same. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we have to switch on the supply, and just now we have to vary, or nothing but our V2 was set to 10 volts na? So just take it to 10 volts. Okay, so at 10 volts only at V2 in active state, so what is the current I am going to get here? 50.7. okay, so this is your I1 dash. okay, this is nothing but your I1 dash current. okay, so now what is our third case, ma? So in our third case, what we have to do, we have to make this source nothing but V2 source as inactive. So nothing but whatever the short circuit path was there, so we have to connect here. okay, and V2 in activate. We have to activate the V2. So nothing but we are giving the supply here. Okay, same, we are not disturbing the ammeter, or we are not disturbing the any of the resistors. So just we are making voltage source active and inactive state. Okay, so same thing. So now again we have to switch on the supply and now vary. So what was our V1? Our V1 was 15 volts. Okay, so now again please set to 15 volts. Okay, exactly at 15 volts. So what is the current we are going to get? This is nothing but 93.3. okay, so 93.4 something. So just if it is maintained stable, so there we can note the value of the current. So this is nothing but your I double dash current. Okay, so now according to the superposition theorem, the sum of the current across a resistor, nothing but when all the energy sources are made active, that is nothing but a first case. In our first case, what is the answer? We have got 138 milliamperes. So now what we have to do in the second case and the third case, that is nothing but I dash and I double dash. So here, see it. So in the second case, what is the current I got here? 132. And again in this particular case, so I got the current of around this one. So now what we have to do, we have to just add both the currents, and this case 1, case 2 current and case 3 current, summation of these two currents will give you a main current, which we have got in the when all energy sources are made into active state. Okay, so this is all about our reciprocity theorem and superposition theorem. This is all about our reciprocity theorem and superposition theorem. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.